My name is Terrence Perera. I have 35 years experience in finance, marketing and human resources. I held various positions such as accountant, general manager finance, general manager human resources and acting CFO at companies in Sri Lanka and abroad. Further, I have been a lecturer since 16 years at a well-reputed personnel management institute of Sri Lanka. With this background, I wish to share my knowledge with you in various subjects in management. Organization development is an eminent topic in management. This video is for those who are interested in organization development. Let's learn organization development and its practical approaches briefly. Organization development is a vast and complex subject. More or less, it is a practical subject. However, we'll discuss some salient features of OD in this video. Accordingly, what is it? When does OD require? Business life cycle, internal environment and external environment, the beneficiaries, and intervention. There are numerous definitions available for organization development. When we look at those, we could see that there are common features included in many definitions to describe OD. These features are good enough for us to understand what is organization development is. Organization development is a critical and science-based process. It is critical because if it is not carried out prudently, adverse result might occur. Similarly, it is a science-based process, which means this endeavor cannot be done in a haphazard way. Vigorous planning are done before development activities are commenced. Organization development helps the organization to build their capacity to change. What do you mean by that? An organization should be dynamic enough to meet the changes of the business environment. Not all the business entities have the capacity to change. Particularly, whenever the company is large, they find difficult to change their business activities. Organization development subject helps organization to become greatly effective in the competition. This is important because if the organization development is carried out successfully, the organization becomes greatly effective organization. Strategies, structure and processes are three main areas of an organization. One of the definitions says that OD will improve or introduce or reinforce those strategies, structure and processes of the organization. In particularly, OD will change the behaviors of its all stakeholders, not only employees as mentioned by many. So that behavioral science will help in this concern. Another researcher who studied this subject says OD will help to improve organization problem solving capacities. An organization that has the capacity to solve their problems effectively and quickly can beat the adverse situation. Similarly, organization development is a long-range effort that will give results throughout long period of time. As you know, any business operates in two environments, internal environment and external environment. Organization success depends on how it faces the uncontrollable external environment. Organization development direct the internal resources to cope up with the challenges arising from the external environment. Apart from that, it also improves micro level activities within the organization, leadership building, then relationship building, job redefining, etc. The salient feature of organization development is it change the culture of the organization, which turn the organization into effective organization in every aspect. This is wonderful, isn't it? If the organization development is successful as planned, stakeholders could see a reform business venture.
Development is required for any organization at any time. However, the development that we are discussing here is a large scale development that affect the entire organization, which consume more time and resources. Therefore, this kind of organization development should be embarked at a critical time. When does the critical time arise in an organization? Whenever the organization financial and marketing performance are considerably declining over a period of time, that means the company is in a verge of collapsing. There the critical time is. This is an alarming time and the company is in danger. Here I have mentioned a few instances of critical times. We should bear in mind that these situations should occur over a period of time, not one or two occasions. Continuously loss-making situation, decline in sales or productions, losing customers heavily, thereby losing market share. More importantly, critical liquidity problem. What do you mean by this? Liquidity refers to cash and cash equivalent of the company. If the company has less liquidity, then they cannot meet day-to-day expenses. Then the operational difficulties arise. The business cannot run anymore due to this situation. Another alarming situation happens when the organization is having negative net worth. This is to say that the entity has more liabilities than the assets. Then the outside parties have more control over the company than its owners. This is very unfavorable situation.
Like any living creature in this world, an organization also has a life cycle. The difference is all living creatures will die, but organization can extend its life. After peak performance at the maturity level, naturally, performance of the company would decline drastically. This happened due to critical instances explained by me earlier. If the situation is not arrested, the organization will definitely get its natural death. That is the time management should go for a organization development without fail. It would arrest the downfall and would pump oxygen for a new organization life cycle. If everything is successful, organization would get a new life for another period. Reasons for the instances that are leading for an organization to come to a critical stage need to be discovered. This is possible through environmental scanning. As I said, that there are two environments under which the entity operates: internal environment and external environment. Internal environment scanning could be done through so-called SWOT analysis. Accordingly, company's strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are being discovered before organization development plan is prepared. External environment is uncontrollable environment. This has to be scanned and analyzed through pestle tool. The influence coming from pestle factors such as political, economic, social, technology, environmental, and legal are being studied and analyzed here. The company's success depends on how effectively they cope up with challenges coming from these external factors. In order to channel their internal resources to match with the external factors, a careful analysis is a mandatory requirement.
Who gets the benefit from organization development? It is obvious that the benefit of organization development directly go to shareholders. But I would categorically say the benefit of organization development should divert to all the stakeholders. You know, otherwise all other stakeholders may not support for the OD initiatives. Who are the stakeholders? Shareholders, customers, employees, suppliers, financial organizations, government, society, environment, all are stakeholders.
What do stakeholders get from organization development? Shareholders, being the owners of the company, will see that their profit share are increased. Not only that, after a massive development take place, company share price would also increase. Thereby, wealth of shareholders would improve. What do employees get? In short, their quality of life would enhance. Customers become happy customers because they get value for money for their product or services they buy. Suppliers get robust business partnership. Financial institute as another stakeholder would get assurance of their money. Government would get its tax revenue increase and the company would support higher GDP value. The development of the organization would take initiative to protect environment and the society would see a good corporate citizen now emerge through developed organization. Is there anyone who can help us for our development activities? Yes, of course. The development of this nature may not be able to carry it out by the company itself. They might not be having the required expertise for that purpose. Or else, the managers in the organization may not be able to spend time for such complex activities. It's quite a normal practice to get the support of outside consultants who have skills and knowledge on organization development subject. Of course, this is a very costly affair. But if everything is going according to the plan, then the result would be remarkable. Then the outside consultant would intervene for development activities. We call this as intervention. After a legal agreement, they undertake the job. The consultant would provide different kind of interventions. The four different interventions mentioned here would cover almost entire development activities of an organization. The first kind of intervention that we are talking is human process intervention. Under this, individual interventions for capability building is done. Mainly the key position holders are the focus group. Then group intervention for the performance building, team building, and especially intergroup relationship building towards the common goals are also being considered under this particular intervention. Next will be HR management intervention. Under this, the consultant are trying to improve all sort of HR activities, performance management, developing talent pool, health and safety, manpower planning, reward management, and diversity intervention for diverse culture. Then we see technostructural intervention. Under this, organizational structure may be redesigned according to the development plan. Not only that, individual work designing and job role designing, job enlargement, job enrichment, and of course, everything is to be done in order to have total quality management. There's another intervention called strategic change intervention. Under this, consultants are helping to design strategies for transformational changes. This is very important. When the organization development come to the peak level, trans-organizational changes are also required. This is to say, business mergers and acquisitions are being considered at this level.
I hope you got valuable insight about organization development. To get more videos, please subscribe without fail.